I'm joined by the Infrastructure Minister, Phil Gawn, and we're here at the MER sheds. But we've had our cameras up to Ballure Bridge, which is what this is all about. You're looking for $1.2 million, aren't you, on this? That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is a lot of money, but you've got to look at the total picture. And of course, since 2008, very substantial sums of taxpayers' money have been invested in the track, particularly between Laxey and Ramsey. If we don't do this particular piece, then the trams won't be able to continue to run between Laxey and
it really is that serious, is it?
Yeah, certainly the bridge, 3 years ago we were told that there are 3 more years of reasonable life out of that bridge, and beyond that we don't believe, this is an engineer's report, we don't believe that it should be run any further. So effectively, if we don't get it done this winter, there would be no trams running from Ballure into Ramsey. So it is quite important. But I think the thing to remember is the bridge has been there for I think it was late part of the 19th century it was built, so it's at least 110 years old, and during that time we've only got one record of any maintenance being undertaken on it, and that was in 1981 where it was repainted. So it is very much a job where we've got incredible value out of it over the last 110 years. It is time to actually do this work, and I'm confident that the scheme is a good scheme. It's worth spending the money on, because if we don't, we then have to close the Laxey to Ramsey route. And of course, some might say, well, that'll save us money, won't it? Which indeed is correct, because we lose money. I think it's £4 million altogether is the subsidy that goes into the public transport heritage railway system. But the knock-on effect of that investment is £11 million return in terms of the GDP for the Isle of Man. So whereas that doesn't all come back in government revenue, at least, you know, it's important to remember that the investment that we're putting into the heritage railways is having an impact on the economy.
For instance, the Snowfell sections had a lot of money spent on it. Your predecessor did that. It got through. So, I mean, the mood music is good, is it? I mean, you've done a presentation to Tynwald members, haven't you?
Well, I never like to take for granted the views of Tynwald members, and you know, at the moment, as probably more so than any period in our sort of recent political history, there's an awful lot of attention on everything that we're spending money on, and you know, I'm sure members will want to quiz me to fully understand that they are comfortable with this scheme. It is a lot of money.
It was in the system, but you having to pull it forward a bit on you, is that right? Or, you know, it was in there somewhere in the future to spend this sort of money?
It's certainly been in the capital programme, but again, the report is very clear to me. I mean, I did all these sorts of questions. I said, what if we don't do this? How can we avoid it? And are you absolutely sure? And then, well, what if we just stop the trams at Ballure, and then we'd have to sort of rebuild a station there. I don't even think there was a station. I think it was just a halt. So you'd have to build a station so that people would have somewhere to get on and off, and then have to be a shuttle bus into Ramsey. By the time you'd done all that, you'd be well into the 1.2 million that it would cost to repair the bridge. So I have gone through this in a fair amount of detail. I know some of the members in the department as well, that they're trying to get their heads around it all. And it's a lot of money, and yes, the taxpayer needs to be convinced that this is the right thing to do. Well,
we've been showing the pictures of it, and certainly you can see this. I think it's 1899 when it was actually sort of finished, but it hasn't had much spent on it, as you said, since then, has it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it is a long time, and it does need work doing. There's no doubt. You know, I think a lot of the construction involves rivets. And the heads of the rivets are starting to come off. Well, when you're riveting 2 plates together and the head comes off, the plates are no longer actually riveted together. So we need to get those sorts of things sorted. Okay.
Well, Tuesday, you're feeling confident or not? I mean, you know.
I don't like to say because you can feel confident and then get defeated. All I'm doing is presenting a good case, the best case that I can, and I wouldn't be going to Tynwald with a case if I didn't think that it was a case worth pursuing, and I wouldn't certainly be going to Tynwald if I hadn't had the opportunity to rigorously scrutinise the business case to make sure that I was comfortable it was the right thing to do.